But here, Wellington United manager Alex Dyer after a fantastic 3 points and a good comeback win. Alex, after taking the lead and then being in the position we were in, and probably them sort of half deserving to be going in front, you must be absolutely delighted to come out again and win the game.
100%. That's what I said to the boys after the game. It's all about character today. They showed in abundance. They were good to the man, even and the subs that came on, which really kind of changed the game, because I thought it was a little bit flat today at times, but we made a couple of changes at the right time, and to be fair, it was good. They worked and they picked the side up, and especially when we went 2-1 down, the lads dug in more and got the win in the end, which was, I think, we deserved in the end.
You learn quite a bit about your players when you see different situations in games and how they react, and you know, when they go behind and how they react to come back and win the game. So it's good for you as well.
Brilliant, 100%. What you say today was an important, even though like last week we won, and I didn't want them to sit on their laurels a little bit, which you could see they were a little bit flat, and I don't know if that's a mental thing or whether they thought, you know, that that they were safe. And I'm trying to say to them, no, it's not. We got to make sure every game we give 100%, even if we was safe. You got to still win the game. You still got to be right. And today they done that. You know, we're 2-1 down, like I said, and the character in the side. You know, everyone they showed that they wanted it, and I'm sure the supporters went home happy. You know,
we caused them a lot of problems on both flanks as well with Reece and Dan, and when Ty came on as well, he looked sharp, and you know, like you say, when we got that, they were scared of us, and we seemed to be able to turn them round and open them up at will, you know, in the second part of the game.
Correct. I mean, they played 5 at the back, so I know they were frightened of our wingers and our wide players. If they saw us last week at us watch, you could see, you know, anyone in this league would be scared of our wide players. You know, and like you said, Tyrone came on and he made a difference as well, you know. And like I said at half time, they win your games. Wide players win your games, you know. And the end product is getting better because he put good balls in the box. I mean, Walks in the first half, he was outstanding, you know. He got round the back, he crossed 2 good balls. Should have been a goal up, you know, before we even scored. So they're good moments, you know, which we can work on.
We've had to change the team with Ben Martin going off. Can you tell us about Ben's injury?
Ben got stamped on his toe just right at the end at half time. So we thought, you know, we knew we got a game Monday again. So we decided to make the change at half time. But Ricky came on and he was outstanding, to be fair. He's got he's a different type of player to Ben. Ben's more straight up and down, you know, and Ricky's a bit more mobile. And it showed what we really needed. That, you know, it was a change, but the change was benefit today because we had a bit more mobility at the back.
Did you think after we scored that they were trying to exploit our lack of mobility a little bit by just playing on the shoulder, trying to?
A little bit, and they did that. And we said that at half time.
How do we try and combat that?
You combat that by you bringing your fullbacks in and protect. And I said it before the game, and Tristan said the same. You know, you bring your fullbacks in, you try and protect your centre halves a little bit, and even if there's no pressure on the ball, then you can't hold a high line. You know, and we were trying to hold a high line at times. When, you know, if you got a centre half who they're not as mobile, or one of them ain't as mobile, then what you got to do is drop off and protect yourself. And we kind of stayed high a little bit. Second half was different because we had 2 centre halves who were a bit more mobile and quite quick, and they didn't get round the back too often. So that's how it worked out, to be fair.
We're not out of the woods yet, Alex.
No.
Like I said before, last week I said if we're nearly there, and you went, no, we need more points. Gosport won today.
Yeah.
The situation remains the same. We need more points. And there's a bit of press come out this week that some of the Chelmsford directors have resigned. The takeover's not happening. Does that help us, or is that nothing to do with it?
Nothing to do with us. Nothing to do with us whatsoever. Chelmsford are a decent side.
Is it a weakness that we can?
There might be.
Some of the players?
There might be. There might be a little bit of unrest there, but we not to know that. We just got to attack the game as we're going there to make sure we get a result. I'm not saying that we have to go there and win it. It's not a bus game for us, but at the same time we want to go there and show what we're good at. The boys should be confident, should be sky high at the moment. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for them to go there and just carry on this run. See if we can stay unbeaten to the end of the season. And set the club up for next season, which is the main thing.
Injury-wise, Dean Leacock was doing a bit of work after the game. Have we got any players coming back in contention for Monday?
Well, maybe. I don't know at this present time. I mean, we have to use the squad because they've played today. There's going to be players who are feeling a bit tired. Some might have little knocks that you don't know about yet, but you might get a call tomorrow. They might be struggling a little bit. So we'll see. Like I said, everyone's involved. The whole squad's involved, and hopefully we have to call on anyone. They're ready to go.
Alex has been a little bit of a Marmite player with some of the fans. A lot of players can see the huge potential he shows and the qualities he's got now. And I think today was probably showed both sides of him. He had a couple of good chances in the first half, and then in the second half he created some good chances himself and hit the post.
Alex is going to be a handful for anyone. He's 20 years of age. He needs to learn the game, but every game he's getting better. He's a striker, so confidence is a big thing. I expect him to go on and play higher. I really do, and I've only seen him for a week or so, and I've seen him in 2 games, and he's impressed me because he takes a battering. He's coming against centre halves who've been around. He's strong, he's powerful, and that's worth their weight in gold. Players like that.
And at his age, he's already got some great attributes.
He's got some great attributes.
You can see that once he's sort of learned the game a bit more and developed, he really is. He could be anything, couldn't he, Alex?
Could be. With a little bit of coaching and a little bit of confidence, scoring goals and learning as he goes along, he'd be all right.
A lot of players think they can go at a lot higher level. You see players like Jamie Vardy and that have gone through non-league. And for people like Alex, that's the dream, isn't it?
Of course it is.
And players like him, at their age, they've got every right to dream to think they can get.
100%. Everyone, not just Alex, everyone in this side should be thinking I can play higher. You know what I mean? That's your ambition. You should be. You shouldn't settle for where you are. You might end up being there, but at the same time, you got to think I want to play higher. Whether it's you go higher with this club or you go higher for yourselves and play somewhere else. But you should come in every day thinking I want to be the best I can be, and that's all we want. And if you can do it as a collective group, then you got a chance.
Tyrone Marsh, obviously, he was injured when he was at Dover. When he came to us, he was just getting over his injury. Do you think he's ready for a few more minutes? Is he in contention for a start or?
Of course, what you saw today. I mean, I see him first really properly last week for a little bit. I see him in training, and he was good in training this week. So that's why I had no problems with bringing him on. And today he showed. Again, he changed the game. To be fair, excuse me, he changed the game. He looked lively. He looked sharp. And even when we put him out wide later on, he's still done a job there as well. So I'm expecting bigger things from him. Yeah, if he stays fit, then why not?
So we'll obviously we're going there. Are you happy? You don't want to say you're happy with a point because you don't know what the game, but you want to not lose that game on Monday.
Of course, we want
to see that as a positive. If we come back and don't lose,
it's a good result from where we are in the league and where they are in the league. It's a good result. You're going away from home. If you can pick up a point away from home, it's a great result. So I'm looking next week or Monday to do what we can. If it doesn't happen, then we go again next Saturday, and that's just life.
I'll give a quick mention to the Truro fans today because they've come a hell of a long way. Yeah. There was only about 14 of them, but 4 or 5 of them just didn't stop singing.
No,
the whole game.
They were very good, and they made a lot of noise, didn't they? Especially when they scored and they carried on, and it's.
They sort of embarrassed ours to join in at a stage, didn't they? Because I thought ours was slow to get behind.
Yeah, because sometimes the crowd need players, to lift them. Like sometimes managers need players to lift them. They always say managers motivate, blah blah blah. But sometimes you want players to excite you, and the supporters are the same. They need something. They've paid their money. They come and they want to see something as well.
So should we have started? Even though we went 1-0 up, should we have been a little bit more?
Of course
positive?
we should. Yeah, and we said that to him. We said that. Me and Tristan said that. We want them to be a little bit. We don't want it flat. We want to start off on the front foot, and we didn't do that. So next time, that's what we got to improve on. Start the game fast and hard, good tempo to it, and it sets them on the back foot. They started better than us, and it sets them up in the game. But at the end of the day, we got the result, which is the main thing.
Alex, thanks for talking to us.
Thank you
We'll see
very
on
much.
Monday.